For nearly 5,000 years, the scorching sands of the Iraqi desert have held relics of the oldest known civilization, the Sumerian.
So the Sumerians were one of the earliest societies to emerge in the world. They strived over 5,000 years ago between a place between the Tigris rivers and the Euphrates rivers called Sumer, now modern-day Iraq. Sumer meant literally the land of the civilized lords or the land of the gods. They were one of the first people who created the writing system, and they had knowledge of geometry, architecture, astronomy, and agriculture. I mean, these people have stone art depicted of our solar system. And I'm not talking about our sun and our planet. I'm talking about all 9 planets or all 8 planets and even the colors of the planets. And this was way before Christopher Columbus. These people did this without telescopes. Anyway, so I thought that was pretty interesting. Well, and all this knowledge pretty much led them to survive for over 500 years before they mysteriously vanished.
Adapa. Wisdom. His command was indeed like the command of Yah. Wide understanding he had perfected for him to disclose the designs of the land. To him he had given wisdom, eternal life he had not given him. In those days, in those years, the sage from Eridu, Yah, created him as the model of men.
A curator there, George Smith, was to discover that the biblical story of the flood contained an unexpected ingredient. He was examining artifacts from the newly located site of Nineveh, the ancient capital of the Assyrians in northern Mesopotamia. Archaeologists uncovering its ancient splendors were a long way from the Holy Land, hundreds of miles to the southwest. Smith's brilliance at piecing together fragments led not only to the deciphering of a literary masterpiece, but also to an extraordinary discovery. Dr. Andrew George is an expert in Assyriology.
George Smith is a genius in identifying tablets and sorting them into different categories, and he quickly saw that there were a great number of fragments which were identified by means of scribal notation as a series of the epic hero Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh is the story of a mythical king from the very beginnings of civilization in Mesopotamia and his search for the ancient truths of a bygone era. Working late at night, Smith encountered one passage in the epic and couldn't believe his eyes.
Sheshet ura usebe mushati, for 6 days and 7 nights, ilak sharu abubu, came the flood, the wind.
Was this the biblical story of Noah, but from a different culture, written long before Genesis and referring back to very ancient times? Back perhaps to the time of the Black Sea flood? The tablet went on to describe how the ark built on the instructions of the gods was grounded on a high mountain and how on 3 occasions the survivors sent forth birds. The similarity between the Genesis account and that on the tablets was extraordinary.
And God said to Noah, "This is a sign of the covenant I make. I will set a rainbow in the clouds to remember my promise that the waters shall never again become a flood to destroy the earth." And the lady of the gods arrived and ripped off her jeweled necklace and flung it into the night sky as a sign of a covenant never again to drown the world.
Contrary to prevailing misconceptions, Hindus all worship a one supreme being, though by different names. The four principal Hindu denominations are Saivism, Shaktism, Vaishnavism and Smartism. For Saivites, God is Shiva. For Shaktas, Goddess Shakti is supreme. For Vaishnavites, Lord Vishnu is God. Hindus believe in the one, all-pervasive God who energizes the entire universe. He is seen in the life shining out of the eyes of humans and all creatures. The unique truth revealed by Hinduism is that God is not far away, living in a remote heaven, but rather is inside each and every soul, in the heart and in the consciousness, waiting to be discovered. The discovery and the subsequent internalization of this profound truth is the goal of Hindu spirituality. Hindus also believe in many gods who perform various functions. These divinities are highly advanced beings who have specific duties and powers, not unlike the heavenly spirits or archangels revered in other faiths.
سلام عليكم من رب رحيم. سينجيكم الله سبحانه